Good morning, Kingswood, and welcome back to Night Watch. We've got several fun topics on deck for you this week, so stay tuned. Good morning, Kingswood. I'm Rydell Berry.
And I'm Gabriel Hibbard.
And let's get right into the announcements this week.
Prom tickets are on sale during lunches. $60 per student ticket. Make sure you have your class dues paid to get a ticket. And now to dad jokes with Keegan.
Hello everyone, welcome to Dad Jokes. I'm Keegan Quinn.
I'm Connor. Robert.
How are you today, Connor?
Pretty good.
Are you ready to hear some very exciting jokes?
Yep.
All right. Number one. Christmas comes before Easter in one place only. Where is it?
Where?
The dictionary. What's one way to make Easter easier?
Yeah.
Put an I where the T is. How do you know carrots are good for your eyes?
How?
You've never seen a bunny who needs glasses, have you? What does the Easter Bunny say when he wants to flirt?
What?
You're irresistible. What kind of bunny can't hop?
What kind?
A chocolate one. Well, that's all the dad jokes I have for you this week. Happy Easter Sunday. And on to a less exciting segment.
The NFL Flag Football League has arrived in the Kingswood community. The games are at the Nick on Saturdays. If you're interested, please see Mr. Landry.
And now for tonight's sport games. At 3 p.m., boys tennis has a game. And at 4 p.m., girls tennis has a game against Milford. Boys lacrosse is at home against Windham as well. Good luck, Knights.
Now the return of the Athletes of the Week. Congratulations to our female athlete of the week, Jill Caravella of girls lacrosse. Jill led the team's defense in practice and in the team's first scrimmage against Guilford, helping the team win a great game.
And congratulations to our male athlete of the week, Aiden Kelly of boys tennis. Aiden won his first single match last Friday at Southgate against his opponent in a tiebreaker match on the road. Aiden has provided steady leadership out of the game and has been way helpful with the new players. Great job, you two.
Now here's Elliot with sports.
Good morning, Kingswood, and welcome back to Whiteboard Wednesday, Volume 2, still sponsored by Friday. The NBA playoffs are starting up soon, so I'm going to give you my predictions. Full disclosure, it is Thursday right now as I'm recording this, so the play-in is not actually done yet, but I just threw in my picks for who I think is going to win those remaining games so I can, actually do the segment. So let's get started. Suns Clippers. I think the Clippers are a great story this year. Down your top two players, you still managed to be the better team in LA, which wasn't that much of a flex as it turned out, but it's still fun. But I think even with Paul George back, the Suns have just been utterly indomitable this season. They'll make it close. It'll be fun for them, but Suns in 6. Dallas, Utah. I think this might be one of the best series of the whole playoffs right here. Donovan Mitchell usually goes crazy in the playoffs, but so does Luka, and quite frankly, I think Dallas is different than they have been in past years. I mean, not contender-worthy, but they're definitely better. So I'm going to say in a very close 7, I'll take Dallas. Golden State versus the Nuggets. If Jamal Murray and MPJ were playing, this would be a very different series right now, considering how Golden State has looked in the back half of the year. But they're not playing, so I'm going to say Golden State in 5. Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. Timberwolves, another fun team. They're young. They play a lot of good offense. Patrick Beverley gives them some heart, some defense. But at the end of the day, I think the Grizzlies are just a better team. I'm going to say Grizzlies in 5, but it'll be a very close 5. Probably a few, 3 or 4 point games of those 4 wins for the Grizzlies. Moving over to the Eastern Conference. Heat versus Atlanta. Truthfully, I don't believe the Heat are that good, especially for a 1 seed, but they still are a 1 seed. So I'm going to say Heat in 5. Yeah, 5. Trae Young will get a game. Philly versus Toronto. Toronto's another fun story. They're young, they're fun to watch, but Philly's just a better team. So, Philly in 4. I'm sorry. Bucks versus Chicago. Quite frankly, I think if Chicago is still playing like they were in the first half of the season, I might have them going to the finals. But they've collapsed. Injuries have gotten to them. DeMar DeRozan has come back down to earth a little bit from his MVP caliber stats he had a couple months ago. So I'm going to say Bucks in 5, and I think that one Chicago win is going to feel very fluky. It might be like a Game 4 thing where they're already down 3-0. Celtics Nets. Kyrie and KD are very scary, but Ben Simmons won't be playing. I think if the Celtics are right about themselves, they will chuck Marcus Smart at Kyrie, Jason Tatum at KD, Jaylen Brown with some help defense, and then obviously guarding maybe Patty Mills or, I don't know, whoever's hot that night. And Robert Williams may be able to return for the back half of this series. So that's another good thing for the Celtics. It'll be very close. I'm very scared about this one, but I'm going to say Celtics in 7. Moving back over to the West. Suns versus Dallas. I'm going to say, I think, honestly, Luka kind of throws a little bit of a wrench into the plan that the Suns have had all season because you can't really speed him up or slow him down. Luka plays Luka ball, and you just kind of have to live with it. And the Suns really like playing that kind of 2015 Golden State Warriors-ish, move the ball around, be fast, but also play smart. And I think Luka's going to throw a wrench into that. The Suns will win because they're just a better team and they're deeper. But I'm going to say Suns in 7. I think Luka's really going to scare him. But it'll probably be a blowout Game 7 if I had to guess. Golden State versus Memphis. Honestly, I'm going to take Memphis. I just think that the core of Steph, Clay, and Dre just isn't enough to win anymore without that auxiliary star. KD used to be kind of like an extra thing. They didn't need him. They were contenders anyway, but now they might actually need a Kevin Durant if they want to be a contender. So, yeah, Memphis in 6. Heat versus Philly. Like I said before, I don't think the Heat are particularly good for a 1 seed. They're very deep, but benches shrink in the playoffs. So I'm going to take Philly in 6 because the Heat are still good, obviously. Bucks versus Boston. This makes me very sad because I think this Boston team really does have a chance to be a contender if these guys weren't sitting in our way. I'm going to say Milwaukee in 7. It'll be a close 7, but I think Giannis is the best player in the world. I think Drew Holiday is even better than he was last season, and Chris Middleton is still really good. Suns-Memphis. I think this is my hot take of the playoffs. I don't have the Suns going to the finals. I think in an incredibly close 7, Memphis gets them. I mean, the big thing is I can't ignore 20-2 without Ja Morant. That is crazy. Like, yeah, Chris Paul went out and the Suns went on a big winning streak, but truthfully, I believe Devin Booker is their actual best player. So I think what Memphis has done is more impressive, and I like what I've seen out of them. They play really good defense. They get timely threes. They go inside really well. They're tough. I got them going to the finals. Very close 7, though. I mean, if you told me the Suns won this series, I would not be surprised at all. Philly-Milwaukee. I think this is where playoff Harden starts to catch up with Philly. He's not a horrible distributor in the playoffs. He actually has pretty good assist numbers, but we've all seen it. His shooting numbers are just horrendous in big games. So I'm going to say Milwaukee in 6, which leads us to our finals matchup of the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Milwaukee Bucks. The Grizzlies are very fun this season, but at a certain point, I have to acknowledge the fact that I do truthfully believe Milwaukee has been the best team in the regular season outside of the Suns when you take into account the fact that they're coming off of a championship. It's not always easy to keep the same energy up. I think Giannis, like I said, best player in the world. Drew Holiday, really good. Chris Middleton, really good. Their role players, really good. So, in a very good 6, it's respectable for Memphis. I do think Milwaukee takes it back-to-back. Giannis finals MVP again. And, at that point, it's kind of hard to argue he isn't the greatest second greatest power forward ever. Excuse me. So, thanks for listening to me ramble, Night Watch, and now back to the studio.
Okay, real quick. Recently, the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie came out. Personally, I really enjoyed it since I'm a fan of the franchise. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about today. No, today I'm going to be talking about the disastrous unveiling of the first movie in this duology. Back in 2016, Sony Pictures acquired the film rights for Sonic. And in that same year, Jeff Fowler was brought in to direct. The rights were then transferred to Paramount Pictures in 2017, with most of the cast being signed in 2018. Cast members including James Marsden as Tom, Tika Sumpter as Maddie, both being original characters, with Ben Schwartz being the titular character, and Jim Carrey playing his rival, Dr. Eggman. I mean, Robotnik, it's Robotnik's not Eggman. Anyways, around mid-2019, the first poster was revealed and... Oh, God! What did they do to my boy? And that was the reaction that most of the internet had at the initial design. He was kind of lanky with weirdly human fingers and eyelashes? And then this poster leak, supposedly giving us our first look at the blue blur with Chris Pratt? You know, at this point, we didn't know the casting, so it was really weird to see. And then this one came out, and I don't even want to talk about this one. This is like weirdly suggestive. I don't care for this. This all culminated on April 4th, 2019, when the first trailer was released. And it was worse than any of us could have imagined. Almost no one was happy with this design. It got rid of a lot of Sonic staples like no gloves, his big old eyes were like shrunk, all weird, and kind of bad looking shoes, and so on and so forth. You probably heard it if you were around on the internet in this time here. The backlash was so big that Jeff Fowler announced that the movie was going to be delayed so Sonic could be redesigned. The movie was pushed from a November 8th, 2019 release to a February 2020 release. On April 12th, 2019, the second trailer was released, and the collective sigh of relief was amazing. The design was very well received, with genuine interest in the movie being through the roof. In the end, the movie grossed $319.7 million worldwide, squashing its $85 million budget. And it broke Marvel's 10-year streak of highest-grossing superhero movies in 2020, as well as being the 6th highest-grossing movie in general that year. You know, I love that little blue dog. He eats them Billy Chogs. Yum, yum, yum. Tasty, tasty. It's so good. Well, that looks like it's all the time that I got here. Yeah. Leave. Sonic the Dog, love them Billy Chogs, yeah, Billy.
Thank you for that, and now here are your lunches for next week.
Monday is teriyaki chicken.
Tuesday is pulled pork.
Wednesday is cheeseburger pasta.
Thursday is baked ravioli.
And finally, Friday will be pizza. This just in. Kindness Week, April 18th, April 18th to the 22nd, 2022, sponsored by Peer Outreach. Monday through Friday, add to the mural in the cafe about kindness. Take a shine card and give a shine card. Wednesday, April 20th, after school 2:30 to 4:30, sidewalk chalk blitz. The rain activity will be a movie. Thursday, April 21st, after school, 2:30 to 4:30, in combination with the NHS campus cleanup. All are welcome to sign up for the late bus and join in. Seniors, do you want to be in the senior video for the senior banquet? Then please send pictures of yourself to Ty Desjardins. Ty is editing it together, and he wants everyone involved. So please send them to Tyler Desjardins at student.gov.wentworth.k12.nh.us. Desjardins is spelled Desjardins.
Well, that's going to do it for Kingswood. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Rydell Berry.
And I'm Gabriel Hibbard. And we'll see you next week.